Um, probably to my knowledge, or as far as I can remember, I had to be about maybe 4 or 5, and would just usually sing to different songs that would come on the radio, all different types of songs, rock, rap, whatever it was they were playing. And I had such an amazing ability to hear a song once and pretty much remember just about, if not half the words the next time I heard it. And just really had an authentic and as well as genuine love for music. It takes you to a very happy place. The best time I remember growing up in Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Probably, I would have to say high school, with sports, football, wrestling, just hanging out with my homeboys, my friends from the football squad, and just enjoying life at that very young age, 16, 17 years old, not having a care in the world, just having good, clean fun. The worst thing, wow. Well, there was I experienced the loss of one of my best friends at the age of 16. I was 16, he was 18.
Oh.
And yeah, it was real tragic. Hit very, very close to home, being that we were so close. So if there was a worst thing that occurred in my childhood back home, it would probably be that.
Okay.
But it definitely woke me up, gave me a revelation, and gave me a more of an appreciation for life. That's funny. I think a lot of people already refer to me as a professional singer, even in my early 20s, singing at different venues, weddings, graduations, etc. But I decided to pursue it professionally. I'll probably say within the last 2 years, which is when I moved to California from Pittsburgh. Yes, ma'am. Most of my lyrics are written from experience. However, I do have a vast and broad imagination, so I have an ability to create as well. But majority of my lyrics are written, i.e., "Loving You Better," from experience. What should she do?
Yeah.
Wow. I guess I never looked at it from her perspective. Wow.
Must he forget you, or?
Yeah. I really, the only thing I would suggest she do if I were her, would just to accept the situation for what it is. As hard as it may be, respect, if you can, what the man is trying to convey to you. And we put together and move on. Obviously, this man has explained it to you that there's no way he can love you any better than what he already has. He's put it out there in black and white. This is what it is. I can't do no more. So if you're willing to accept that and go along with the ride, if you're not and you choose to move on, I can respect that too. So that's what I would suggest she did. Could I make love to my music? Oh, absolutely. I've already made love. First and foremost, it starts in your mind. I've already made love to the song in my mind, and then after I've done that, I'll put it on and hopefully try to bring it to fruition. I mean, in particular, you know, one with someone that I find worthy and deserving for me to share that part of my life with. It's not something that I just go around doing with any and everyone. But, yeah, I could definitely make love to my music. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, it's overwhelming. I can't express my gratitude for the feedback that I have received from the fans, both here and abroad, domestic as well as international. It's an exhilarating experience. This is just the beginning. I believe I'm only scratching the tip of the iceberg. There's still more to be seen, more ground to cover, and I tell everyone it's Runaway Train production. You can't stop a runaway train, and there's no stopping us. So we will continue to move forward and continue to please the fans. I hope they continue to show and appreciation for the music that we put out there, and you know, we'll do our best to match that energy that they give us. About my music, a lot of the comments are about my pictures.
Yeah.
But we get quite a few comments about the music too. It's very soulful, very rhythmic. It's definitely R&B, which has kind of got lost in the shuffle over the last few years. I'm an R&B artist to my heart. I love R&B music, rhythm and blues. I love being able to write lyrics that reaches the intimate or more secret matters of a person. You know, matters that people don't normally sit around and talk about, and or don't have the capacity or the opportunity to talk about. Just putting real raw issues out there on the table and looking them out in a story-like format. And, you know, hopefully putting material out there that the fans can definitely grasp and relate to, and understand that, you know, they're not the only ones going through it. Whatever it is they're experiencing, we can relate as well. I believe, I mean, being that we are in LA, the land of image. out here, image means everything. So if this is the platform that you choose to or the pad that you choose to launch from, your image definitely has to be 110% on point. As far as being that, you know, speaking from a real and authentic place, image is the first thing people see. You know, the physical is the first thing that a person sees. So there has to be some type of appeal or attraction in order to draw a crowd or attention. So I definitely believe image is extremely important. And right after image, I believe this should be followed up with that should be the content of the individual, as well as the delivery that they bring concerning their music. Wow. Well, hip hop has definitely consumed the market as well as industry. Even though R&B falls into that genre, so to speak, there's still a slight difference, and it leans more towards the rap aspect or culture of music. So R&B has kind of been overshadowed by hip hop. These young rappers, and no discredit to them, they're doing their thing. Big ups to every rapper who's succeeding in their profession. But I think what has gotten away, or what is being taken away from R&B, is just the ability to be able to, again, relate to those real, intimate, somewhat personal issues that a lot of people just don't talk about anymore. Having girl problems and really explaining the storyline, or laying out the story for people to understand. What else? Nowadays, hip-hop is mostly talking about how much money you can get, and making it rain, and cash it out. It just completely has overrun or run down R&B. So I believe that's where the difference is between old school R&B, which was real prominent in the industry, but now has kind of taken a back seat to this younger generation that we call hip-hop. I would definitely, the gentleman who has inspired me, and I'm, for the most part of my life, I was really not too much moved by anybody. I believe in raw talent, supernatural, God-given ability, rather than gimmicks. And we have a lot of gimmicks out there. People who they rely on their marketability rather than, or they get paid off of their marketability rather than their actual talent. The gentleman that has inspired me, and this was 2 years ago, and the reason why I chose to come out to California to pursue my music, is none other than the R&B general, Tank himself. I think he's a lyrical genius. As far as vocal skills, he's done. And if I had to choose anybody that I'd love to do a song with, it'd definitely be Tank. Well, right now we're trying to put together my EP before the end of the year. I just did an audition yesterday down in LA for this annual Taste of Soul. Excuse me, I believe it's a festival they put on every year, and whoever is selected from the audition to get a chance to perform in front of 250,000 people, as well as have a interview with one of the big radio stations out here. I believe it's KGLH. So it's pretty good. A little hoarse, but being an artist, a true artist, there are no excuses. We rise to the occasion and meet the demands that are set in front of us. So did pretty good for the most part, and hopefully did enough to woo the crowd as well as the judges, as well as persuade them to select me. And forgive me for saying this, I haven't been following it as closely as I should. I mean, I know I'm still a young man, and God willing, I still have a lot of living to do. So I definitely need to pay more attention on who's governing our country, making decisions on my behalf. I think Mr. Barack Obama has definitely, in his first term, for the most part, owned up to what he said, walked out what he said he would do. Granted, I know we can't change certain situations overnight. With everything, it takes time. However, I feel that he did enough to definitely earn as well as win another election. Don't know much about Mr. Romney. As I said earlier, I haven't been paying that close attention to the election or the debates, which I should start tuning in more often. But I think Barack has done enough to definitely win another election. I'm indecisive, but I'm sure come.
I don't know.
Oh wow! I think of. Well, I know that your country is like a form of isn't that where a form of Spanish or Latin people originate?
Yeah, it's
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, when I think of Spain, I think of I just think of beautiful people. Very, very attractive people, both men and women. Even though I'm interested in women, but just beautiful people. It's a beautiful culture. Haven't read much about it, but I definitely appreciate all cultures. Diversity. It's so important to learn, different things from different people. So many different people can teach you so many different things, and it kind of breaks up the monotony of the United States of America. I'm not saying that I'm bored with my country, but people need a variety, especially people like Tanek. I need a variety. I need options. I'm very selective, and I like being able to make selections and having a lot to select from. So I embrace diversity. I embrace different cultures. And as far as Spain goes, being that that's what we're talking about in particular, I just think it's a beautiful country. I think it's a beautiful culture. Okay, and I have a feeling that was let me see. You are so beautiful to me. Oh, you are so beautiful to me. Can't you see? You're everything that I hope for. You're everything that I need. You are so beautiful to me. Everywhere. Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, YouTube.
What are the addresses?
It's just under my name, Tanek Montgomery. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. And one more thing before you let me go. I definitely had the idea of wanting to do an album in Spanish, and definitely tributed to my Latina as well as Spaniards. That community. No, I do. Just to show an appreciation for the culture.